Hello everybody, welcome back to Blue Truck Coffee Channel. I'm a little tired right now, it's late, but I had a dumb idea and it kind of involves a V60 while also completely not involving a V60. Let's talk about it. Let's say you are like me and way too picky about your coffee. That might be a problem. Let's say you go out for the night or two to a friend's house, to family's house, and you didn't bring your precious pour over, and they don't have anything else but instant. Or maybe one little bag of ground coffee somewhere. Folger doesn't matter. You're sad, but can we do something with that? If we looked around the kitchen, can we make something? Because I looked around my kitchen because I was bored and I found things, a couple things. So here, I have a paper towel, I have a paper plate, and I have a regular kitchen funnel. Let's see if we can make a pour over out of this because it seemed fun. And if it works, that'll be even more fun. So I'm going to move our real V60 out of the way and remind us of the sadness of not having it with us because it's gone now. And this is our pour over now. Say goodbye to the V60. Now, the funnel seems like an obvious choice. That's understandable. The paper towel might be a little bit harder to figure out, but also, we'll get to that in a moment. The plate was kind of an afterthought because if you look at any pour over, there's a base that it rests on. I'm gonna grab a mug. All right, I have obtained my mug. We're also going to be using, not Folgers, like I said, we're going to be using some coffee from where I work. Alrighty, so paper plate goes on cup. Funnel, we gotta get into the paper plate, and then the paper towel is going to act as our filter. Since it was the easiest way to kind of replicate a Chemex filter, that's why I went with this. So a square of paper towel, we're gonna fold that in half. If you have the one that's like individual sheets, then you have that little perforation to kind of fold on. We're gonna fold it again. We're gonna fold it again into this little square. And then, just like a Chemex filter, we're going to open it out from one end. You have your very own paper towel Chemex filter in your very own little kitchen funnel paper towel coffee pour over brewer thingy. Some of you might be scoffing at the fact that this is paper towel and not a nice paper filter, but this is all in an act of desperation. Remember that. You are somewhere where there is no pour over. There is no nice little coffee brewer for you to use, and you have to come up with a solution for yourself. And this feels like a good solution. I don't know, but hey, if you've ever made one of these kind of for fun, or if you ever were in a situation where you felt like you had to make something to make the coffee you wanted, tell me about it, throw it in the comments. What sorcery did you use to put together a on-the-fly MacGyver-like coffee brewer when you really needed it? Anyway, I'm gonna find a scissor and we're gonna put this together and we're gonna see if I can get a fairly decent brew off of it. Because I haven't exactly tried this out, but we're gonna see how this little system goes. I have returned with said scissor, very pretty little flower scissor. Do not be jealous. Now, let's do the thing and cut away at the stuff. I'm just going to try to make a little hole in the middle. And I'm just going to fold it in half really quick. I'm going to cut a line going that way, and I'm going to fold it the other way. I'm going to cut a line going the other way so that we kind of get that little effect. I'll bring it closer so you can see. And there. Just like that. Now let's go over and get that funnel in it. Here we have our mug. We have our plate. Move the coffee over. And our scissors. We'll take our funnel and pop it in as best we can to get it to not move so much. And look at that. Look, it's a thingy that I'm going to put coffee and hot water in. And we're gonna see if this works. Now again, we're gonna act like we don't have any of the tools we really wanna use, like a scale or anything like that. I am going to cheat because I am still going to use the gooseneck kettle. Actually, for the purpose of this, I'm not going to just use a mug. I am going to use the glass carafe from my V60, but not to deter you in acting like, oh, I magically have this now in my strange pour-overless situation. I just want to be able to see the coffee pouring out of the funnel. So this is kind of the deal we're working with. But if this happened to you, I'm sure you would just be brewing into a mug, but I want to be able to see the coffee coming out. This is the little dealio we're working with here. I like it, it's exciting. I'm going to get some water up inside this. I'll be back when the water is hot and it is time to make the coffee. All right, everybody, I apologize for the momentary shaky cam, but we are going to be spooning a little bit of this in. Queen of the Mountain from Super Domestic Coffee out here in Culver City, California. Culver City, Los Angeles, California. I don't know how I would say that. Swoosh, there we go. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 3.5. Pour over. I love it because I think it'll work fine, honestly. It kind of looks dumb that I like that. Okay, I apologize for how sweaty I look, but I made an oopsie. So I put the coffee in before I rinsed the paper. We're going to remove that now. I have not done that before, but again, I will say again, I'm tired. It's late. It's almost 10. Go. Gotta fold that back out. Boom, like nothing ever happened. You didn't notice anything. Alrighty then, our water is ready. Now we're going to rinse the paper and then put the coffee back in. Well, water is coming through it, so that's good. The funnel doesn't really want to stay upright though. Okay, now we're gonna put the coffee back in. Coffee has re-entered the game. We're going to lay out that bed, and now we're gonna start brewing again. Let's see how we do with a bloom first. Okay, oh. Okay, problem number 1. This is very rough. So it is grabbing a lot of coffee to the sides and running very fast. But it's making coffee, and I'm sure it's making very weak coffee. But I think I'm going to have to hold this while I brew. Oh, that is running right through that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're having technical difficulties. Yeah, it is falling all over the place. But other than that, I would say that it's brewing fine. You're not gonna get a flat bed. I can guarantee you that. You're for sure not getting a flat bed of coffee out of this. So we are definitely going to see how this tastes. All right, another pour. And then that'll be our last drawdown. It's running through very fast, and the more I try to help it, the more I make it worse. So again, if you have attempted something like this out of sheer boredom or out of necessity, let me know. Throw it in the comments. Our final drawdown is coming through. That was very quick. I don't know how long that was because again, I'm not using a scale. That was a very, very fast brew, or at least for me, what I'm used to with a pour over. But it's done now, and now we get to taste the results. Let us get rid of this now. So, into the sink that goes. It does smell like coffee. I'm going to rinse out this mug that I put coffee grounds into. Mug is cleansed. Now, I'm gonna pour my coffee in. I'm gonna give this a minute to cool down because right now, in my humble opinion, it is too hot to drink. But we're gonna give this a minute. We're gonna let it kind of cool off, reach a sippable temperature, and we're gonna see what we got. Alrighty, we're back. We have allowed our coffee to rest a little bit so that I can sip it without taking a layer of skin off in my mouth. Let's take a sip and see what we got out of our janky MacGyver pour over maker thingamajig. It doesn't taste extracted. I think in a pinch, I would count this as passable coffee. If you really need your coffee made a certain way, I think this achieves close enough to the goal. There's a little bit more bitterness than I'm accustomed to with this blend. I do think in a pinch, this worked essentially. If I was someone who really needed a pour over and I had nothing but the things that I had today, I would drink this. I like it. It's not bad. For what it is, it's a really good cup of coffee. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me make a pour over out of a funnel. And I hope that if you need this, it might just come in handy for you. Also, hopefully wherever you are, there's a funnel. I'm going to continue to sip on my slightly under-extracted coffee at about 10 o'clock at night. Again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you thought it was entertaining, at least. I am exhausted. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of the good things. And I will see you in the next episode of Blue Chuck Coffee Channel. You have a great day, and I will have a great night. Goodbye.